Hello students, welcome to online classes of Shemstar Global School. I am Nabila Fatima. In the previous video, we have discussed about the meaning of environment, components of environment and threats to environment. In this video, I will be discussing about the natural environment, domains of environment, biosphere, ecosystem and lastly, human environment. So let's start our first topic, that is natural environment. Land, water, air, plants and animals makes the natural environment. We have discussed this earlier also. So basically, natural environment includes living and non-living things occurring naturally in our environment. Okay? Domains of environment, that is lithosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere comes under the natural environment. And it is very important for you all to know that the World Environment Day is celebrated on 5th June every year. Now let's start our second topic, that is domains of the environment. Domains or different layer of environment comes under abiotic components. It includes first one, that is lithosphere. Number 1, lithosphere, the solid crust or the hard top layer of the earth. It is made up of rocks, minerals and covered by the thin layer of soil. So lithosphere is the land and it is the solid crust. It is also the topmost layer of the earth on which human beings, animals and plants live. It grows plants and provides us land for agriculture and also settlement of human beings. And it also provides many important minerals. Lithosphere consists of landforms such as mountain, plateaus, plains, etc. Second one is your hydrosphere. The water on the earth's surface such as lakes, seas, ocean, rivers, etc. So, hydrosphere is the total amount of water on our planet. Water is found on, under and above the surface of the earth. It is very important for the survival of human beings, animals and plants. Hydrosphere can be in the form of liquid, vapor or ice. On earth, liquid water exists in oceans, lakes, rivers and seas. Third is atmosphere. It is the thin layer of earth that surrounds the earth. It consists of a number of gases, dust and water vapor. Any change in the atmosphere produces change in the weather and climate. So basically, atmosphere is the envelope of air which surrounds the earth. Atmosphere is held to the earth by the force of gravity. It contains many gases such as nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, helium, methane, etc. And these gases perform various vital functions such as, for example, we can take that carbon dioxide and oxygen are the most important gases for living organism, isn't it? For example, oxygen is important for human being. Carbon dioxide is important for plants as plants use carbon dioxide in photosynthesis, in which plants use carbon dioxide and water to convert sun's energy into food energy. Ozone layer in the atmosphere also protect us from harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun. So, atmosphere is very important and without atmosphere, our earth would have been barren like the other planet. Fourth is your biosphere. Plants, animals, water, earth, human life makes the biosphere and it is also known as the living world. Biosphere, plants and animal kingdom together make biosphere or the living world. It is a narrow zone of earth where land, water and air interact with each other to support life. So basically, life exists only in a narrow zone where land, lithosphere, water, hydrosphere and air, atmosphere comes in contact with each other. As all these three things is important for the survival of living organism. This domain is called the biosphere, and this makes the earth a unique planet in our solar system. Living being only exist in a biosphere. Now let us understand what is an ecosystem. An ecosystem includes all of the living things, that is plants, animals and organisms in a given area interacting with each other and also with their non-living environments, that is weather, earth, sun, soil, climate, atmosphere. So all organisms, as we all know, whether belonging to the plant or animal kingdom, interact with each other and are interdependent on one another. The complex system of interaction between the organisms and their physical environment in a particular area is referred to as an ecosystem. For example, the plant will die if there is not enough light or water, or if the soil does not have the right nutrients. If the plants will die, animals that depend on that plants will die. If the animals will die, then any animals depend on those animals will die. So all the organisms in an ecosystem depend on one another and they work together to form a balance in our ecosystem. Now the last topic is human environment. Human beings interact with the environment on day-to-day basis and modify it according to their needs. Due to modernization, our need grew, so we learned new ways to fulfill our needs. So human environment basically includes all the human activities. Human beings have continuously adapted to their environment and also affected it. Due to the modernization, our needs grew. In the past, human needs were basic and simple. They did not disturb the environment much. But slowly, we learned to grow crops and create a system wherein transactions take place. For example, barter system. It is a system where goods and services are exchanged directly with other goods and services without using money. And trade and commerce. So trade and commerce is a system where people exchange goods and services with the motive of earning profit, and it includes the medium of exchange, that is money. Furthermore, we gather things as per our demand. Example, to construct a building, we need raw materials including rocks and wood. For this, we may look to nature. We can get rocks from the mountain and wood from cutting down the trees. So human beings started doing things as per their demand. For example, forests were cleared to do agriculture and to make towns or industries. Animals were killed for food and other needs. All these activities have an adverse effect on our environment. We will suffer in many ways by being forced to live with infertile land, polluted water and air, little forest cover, hostile climate, vanishing species and toxic food. So there is an urgent need to save the environment for our future generations. So with this, we have completed the chapter. Please watch both the videos of this chapter very carefully, and if you are not able to understand anything, then please put your queries in the comment section below. Thank you.